patriotically correct.
There's bad people in every profession, right? There's bad Domino's delivery drivers, bad auto mechanic, bad this or that. We're not going to compare law enforcement.
All right, we're live. We're here.
We're
here.
15 times, dude.
What?
Hamel smooth. There it is. Boom. Why is it coming through there and not through here?
Excruciating background checks, psychological evaluations, polygraph examinations. Backgrounders go to every.
I mean, not that I wanted to, but. What up, Kathy in the Berg? What up, Roger Rabbit? Boom! What up, Leslie? Oh, sorry. Got a little excited. Got a little loud. Ron just took a big heavy breath.
Thanks, Chet. Appreciate that, brother.
What'd he say?
He said, evening, gentlemen, and Ron.
Yeah, you did. Why don't I? Check one. There it is. There they are, Jason Goki says. What up, Becker? What's going on, my brother? Vincent Romans. Good evening. And happy Taco Tuesday. What up, Delaney?
1 minute.
Miss Leslie. What's going on, girl? Hey, you all right?
I'm okay. I just had to sneeze, man. Just sneeze. That's it. Sure. I'm good. Thanks.
What up, Jamie? All right. Let's rock and roll.
Remember when that seemed like a fringe conspiracy theory thing to do? Not so much anymore, right?
Chet said that he wants to do you in the butt.
He wants to what?
Do you in the butt. That's what he just said. Chet.
No, he doesn't either. All right, here we go.
Unforeseen situation or emergency, which with every day that goes by seems more and more likely. Better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Preparewithmojo50.com. If you want to keep food on the table, if you just want to maintain some sense of normalcy, preparewithmojo50.com is the answer. Preparewithmojo50.com.
Journey into the matrix of the mind. Stretch your imagination and challenge reality. Abnormal realities are beacons for the imagination. What society deems abnormal may be more real than we think. This is Abnormal Realities with your hosts, Ron Phillips and Rocky Stucci.
What society deems abnormal is Ron and Rocky and everybody listening. What's going on, everybody? Happy freaking Tuesday. How you doing?
What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, we're back finally. That was a long 4 days.
It was. You don't text, you don't call, you don't write.
That's not true. I texted you every day. What did I say?
You said, I love you, bro.
I did. I said, how's it going? Hope you have a great one.
I love you. Oh, I got to fix my mic. There we go. How's that?
Yeah.
Oh!
Sultry as ever.
What?
I said, you sound sultry as ever.
What does that mean?
Sultry?
Is that like some Viking shit? Or?
Sexy.
Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I sound
Is
sultry.
that like some Viking shit?
Yeah.
No. I just.
I think Ron has kind of a man crush on Ragnar Lothbrok from the show Vikings.
Look, just because he showed up on this other show I'm watching.
That's weird.
It's weird, right?
Totally.
I didn't know he was in it.
You didn't?
No, I didn't.
Was this a surprise?
He showed up in the first episode.
He did.
I'm watching this show on HBO Max called Raised by Wolves. And if you're a sci-fi nut like I am.
Yeah, they're alien wolves.
They're not alien wolves. If you're a sci-fi nut like I am, it's all sci-fi, this series. If you've seen it, Raised by Wolves, then you know what I'm talking about. But the premise is that Earth has degenerated so much that the people had to leave the planet to go find another planet to live.
That's weird.
And they sent some androids.
Yeah, they did.
One of which is a necromancer.
Oh!
Yeah. To another planet. Damn. With some embryos that they then raise. But there's a whole lot more to the story, of course. But yeah, the actor who played Ragnar Lothbrok in Vikings is in this as well. I told Rocky, I said, you got to watch it.
Weird. Yeah, he got really excited.
Is it Vikings? No, it's not Vikings. It doesn't even have anything to do with Vikings.
No, you lost me when you said they're like paranormal dogs or wolves that went into space.
Paranormal wolves.
It's a necrophiliac, you said. A what? What is it called?
Necromancer.
Same thing.
No, not the same
kind
thing.
of, if you really think about it. This Saturday, man, I was just reminded from Brother Ron Phillips, because I thought it was a Saturday after, because, we got a lot of shit going on. It is the first spring game of the Parker County Miracle League.
Yep.
Yes, baby.
And we will be there. We'll probably do some live broadcast from there. This is, you guys helped us, 6 months ago or so, give Colby his radio name, Rocket
Man.
Yeah, and so
so we're gonna have to interview him.
Yeah, we'll interview him. I assume he'll be playing this year.
By the way, Thomas, you are correct. We did not do a show on Thursday. Ryan and I went out. We hit the town. Man,
we didn't hit the town hardcore, but
we're out for
on Wednesday night. I said
half.
we may not be doing a show, but yeah, we were gone for a couple hours.
Yeah, dude, we got home at 10 o'clock at night.
Man, that was late.
Dude, I felt rough.
It was an hour past my bedtime.
Like, I felt uncomfortable. I felt uncomfortable because I got home at 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, we actually went and hung out with our buddy TK.
Yep.
And we had fun. I mean, it was a get-together. TK gets everybody together. A lot of the people that he knows from the celebrity softball tournament. And we met some football players and several other people there.
Yeah, we met a guy, Raiders. He was on the Raiders. Didn't know that. Joe King.
Joe King.
TheJoeKingBand.com or JoeKingBand.com. Check him out. He's a country music singer, played for the Raiders
and the Bengals.
And the Bengals.
Yeah.
And then I don't know for sure who the other guy played for. Professional basketball player. And dude went to MIT.
But dude's rich.
Harvard. Oh, you think?
Oh, man. And he carried himself like he was.
Even the cigar turned me on.
Oh, yeah.
It was weird.
The cigar was phenomenal.
I was like, dude, you're really wrapping your lips on that thing. Like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, the cigar, it smelled good.
It did smell good.
But it was at a little restaurant near Fort Worth, and we had a room in the back there, but
it was haunted.
We met it was haunted.
Yes, it was.
There's no question about that.
Thank you, Phillips.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We met a lot of people that night, got to glad hand and hand out cards, and I was the only one that brought cards because Rocky doesn't know what business cards are, evidently.
I got them.
Only because I gave them to you.
And I appreciate it.
I gave you 5 when we walked in the door and said, put these in your pocket.
I got 2 left.
Because you gave 3 out that night?
I'm just weird about, because, we know people that, and sometimes, a lot of these times we go to these events, I don't want it to make it seem like we're there for the wrong reason. Because for one, we needed to get out. You know what I mean?
What reason were we there for? It
to
was
intermingle.
networking.
It was networking, but I just didn't want to, I've gone out.
But I didn't want to network.
I didn't either.
No, that's what you said. I was networking my butt off.
Yeah, I didn't want to.
Hey, here's our show. This is me and Rocky right here on this business card. Here, take it. Listen to our show.
Yeah, one of the dudes there
What do you guys do? We're ghost hunters.
Okay, so this dude showed up, and he came up to us. He was like 6'1,000".
All of you guys were way taller than me.
I know, we look good, though.
You
we
did.
Look good.
And it was like tall Ron.
Hey, by the way.
You got your crap kickers on today?
Yeah, I got them on today. No, so this guy comes up to us. We find out after the conversation that he is literally one of the biggest country music producers in the country.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, okay, cool. Come and give me a hug. But he came up to Ron and I, and he goes, hey, is it true? We're like, what? He goes, you guys are the real deal? I'm like, oh, radio? Yeah. And he goes, no, you guys are like the real Ghostbusters. I'm like,
yes, we are.
Yeah, we are.
That's what I said. Yes, sir. We
yes, sir. As a matter of fact,
we haven't busted a damn ghost one.
I got chills.
We're the real Ghostbusters.
I got chills right now.
No,
yeah.
I mean, maybe because this is the first show after that. Maybe somebody's listening and watching.
So we're going to be taking a trip, and
That's what he said.
Yep. And actually, TK is going to set it up because there's a Travis Tritt impersonator. I guess every one of his shows sell out down in Fredericksburg, Texas.
I thought it was George Strait.
Or George Strait, correct.
Yeah.
You have a much better memory than me, Phillips. So this guy TK finds out that this guy does ghost tours when he's not gigging.
Yeah.
And so
it's a hotel, right?
It's a whole area.
Oh, it's
multiple places.
Yeah.
And so this guy does these ghost tours like every night during the week for 2 hours. And so TK told him about, Brother Filippo and Stucci, And so I got a hold of the guy. We connected. We both BS'd a little bit. And we're gonna go down. And I told him that I says I want everybody to be involved. So I told him, I says, we're gonna come down, but we're gonna stream everything live. We'll sit down, do an interview with you, but I want to make sure that we go into a location for at least an hour or two and just give us some time. I don't want to stay the night there. It's a couple hour drive.
Yeah.
And so we go there during the day. I don't care. And you guys all come with us. So we're working on a date right now. This is going to be soon. This will be within the next few weeks. We're going to take a trip. And then we're even talking about maybe this weekend taking a trip up to Goatman's Bridge during the day so we can see and just check it out. Just go for a walk, hug, wait for some people to drive by on their bike and wave, and then go check out the bridge because that sounds like a good time.
Are we going there at night?
No.
Why you said it like that?
Well, because I don't know exactly how to get there, and you do have to go through some woods.
Oh.
Because then you got to get back to where the bridge is.
The bridge is not on a road?
Well, the train tracks cross the road somewhere, but I just...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so no, it is not on a road.
I thought it was a bridge over a road.
I think it's an old train bridge.
Okay. Goatman's Bridge.
Goatman's Bridge.
It's near here.
Yeah, it's just north of Fort Worth. I think when we Googled it,
is it Decatur?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, like 40 minutes away. So, yeah, we'll go check that out, too. And then we'll just get on with it. But we got a guest tomorrow night.
Yeah, June Lundgren tomorrow night. Let me see if I can find the information about her, and I'll read The Dark Side of Paranormal, How to Recognize the Difference Between Demons, Shadow People, and Negative Earthbound Spirits. June Lundgren will discuss each of these creatures' weaknesses, fears, appearances, abilities, and how to get rid of them if possible. Yep, June Lundgren tomorrow night on tomorrow night's show.
Yep, it's going to be a good time.
Yeah.
And just so everybody knows, too, that we're going to start posting. If you have not yet, go to Odyssey Radio's Facebook page. Of course, go to our website.com. But we're going to start posting the shows that we're adding because we just closed a deal
For 4 shows.
4 more shows.
Yeah.
So it's building up
So,
now.
yeah, I'll tell you what the shows are. Let me get over here.
I sent Ron a selfie today because I'm in training doing that Lean Six Sigma green belt training
God
all
bless
week.
you. All right, so the shows are called Texas Front, Tex, T-E-X apostrophe S, Texas Front Porch. This guy's a Bigfooter. We have another one called, let's see, Texas Front Porch.
Grumpy Stack says it's 40 minutes away, so it's literally 300 yards north of you. That's Texas talk.
Yeah, that's true. Another one called Jason McLean Questions Everything. And then another one called Brunch with Bigfoot, Michigan Rob. Brunch with Bigfoot, Michigan Rob. And then we've got a 4th one that's going to be coming up soon called Remote Viewing Investigations with Jessica.
Remote Viewing Investigations.
Yep. We're honored to have them. We actually had a conversation, a video chat with the whole team of those guys on Thursday.
For an hour.
Yeah, Dave Scott was with them.
Yep.
And we're really happy. I mean, they were excited. They were thrilled. And we're happy to have them. And by the way, speaking of Dave Scott, his show is now live on Odyssey. It starts at midnight Eastern on Tuesday morning. So midnight to 3 a.m. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Because where he's at, which is in California, he's Pacific time.
He's Canada.
Oh, he's Canada? Okay. Well, anyhow, it's 11 p.m. Central, 10 and 9. So wherever you're at, it goes that way. But if you go off of Eastern time, it's midnight Tuesday morning through 3 a.m. So
let me ask you a question.
And we actually carry his show live.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
If you okay, so we have daylight savings. I know they're working on ending it, but so daylight savings happens, hour forward, hour back, all that crap. What if the entire planet went to a singular time? Now there's going to be they can.
They can, but then everybody's 3 in the afternoon will be 3 in the morning somewhere else.
It is.
No,
but technically 3 in the afternoon.
I think the entire US let me back up.
How do you do that?
I think the time zones should stay like they are. I do, because that's everybody gets the same length of day. They need to stop the DST time or stay on DST time, and not change it twice a year. It just throws everybody off. People in Arizona are laughing at us.
Jason Flash says, I know how to identify demons.
Yeah.
What?
Hey, if
Tell
you do,
me.
you do, dude.
No, I think I do too. I see human ones too. Like when I go to Walmart,
Yep.
it's like, oh yeah, that's a demon. So even if this country, you think when on one singular time, you think it'll screw everything up, because it's still, no matter what, East Coast and West Coast are going to have they're going to have a really early morning, or a really, I don't know, like where it gets dark early or dark later or whatever. It's going to be the opposite.
Yeah, but you got to think about it. If you're in California, it won't get dark in California till 11 or midnight. 11
I'm not
p.m. or
even
midnight,
worried about California.
if you keep them on the same time frame as what New York is on.
Audrey, I love you,
That's
man.
ridiculous.
I do. I love the hell out of you, and I wish you'd get out of California, because, if the San Andreas fault did, I'll just be like,
everybody
oh,
just
really?
slides right off into the ocean. Is that what you're talking about?
I'm like, that happened?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, we got a show to do.
Yep.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I would move to California if it wasn't so stupid, because it's beautiful.
Yeah, okay.
It is beautiful.
It is. No, there's no question. It is beautiful. It just, when you cross into the California, we cross that border, things turn to complete shit. I don't like it.
It changes.
I don't like it. But it's a beautiful state. Don't get me wrong.
All right, bro. Come on.
It's a
Give me a
beautiful
hug,
state.
Ron Phillips, OdysseyRadio.com.
I actually love people from California too.
Do you?
Because they're the most laid back people. But
No.
something weird's going on
They
over
are
there.
not. There's the ones just,
No. The ones I know don't smoke pot.
well, why are they chill then?
Because they live in California.
What does that mean? A lot of those people in California are angry
Dude,
as shit.
when you go to work in California, they don't even know what shirt and tie mean.
That's kind of cool.
It's like flip flops and
I'm supposed
You
to
know what I'm
wear
talking
a dress shirt. What do you call that without wearing a tie? Just like a dress shirt.
just a dress shirt, business casual.
Yeah. So I'm supposed to be business casual every day, and this is what I wore today.
In business casual doesn't include jeans, by the way.
Rocky Stucci
That's
writes his
casual.
own rules.
Don't we know it?
Mm.
Hey, coming up here in just a second, we're going to talk about, we've got our segment that's called What
What
the hell is that?
You didn't tell me about that, Phillips.
We got a pretty cool What the hell is that segment for you. Something that Rocky found and sent it to me, and I went, no freaking way. But of course, I had to rip it apart.
Yeah, just takes all the
dig
fun out
into
of
it.
everything. Oh,
And
no,
you guys
no,
will too. You guys will too. You'll look at it. But if it's real, it's freaky as hell. And we're going to talk about that. It's basically a couple feel like they're in the movie Paranormal Activity after their security camera shows, quote, proof of afterlife. Don't know about that, but we've got a little story that goes along with it. But we'll show you that here in probably in a couple of minutes.
Look at Ron doing clock management. I saw you
I'm
look at the
looking
clock.
at the clock.
That was a
It's
good
ticking
look.
down fast.
It is ticking down fast. There's one other thing I was going to say, but I can't remember now because I saw you look at the clock and it distracted me.
Yep. So the other story we've got tonight, I guess we'll get to it, is Rocky found a list of events that could lead to the end of the world.
Yeah, and just in case, because, we always run out of things to talk about, new theory suggests that we travel to parallel universes when we dream. I believe that. I don't care what anybody says. I travel somewhere, and it ain't here. You're welcome.
That's actually a pretty cool thought.
It is a cool thought.
We may have covered that one already. I
Nope.
don't know if we have. But if you travel to a parallel universe when you dream, could that universe have me thinner and maybe a little taller?
Bigger balls, probably. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I just
got that thought now, too.
trim
Like,
me up a little bit.
that's
Maybe
interesting.
that Ron in that universe doesn't eat so much.
It's weird, though, because how do we know that our brain, even though we call it an organ, right? How do we know that it's not part of its own universe?
Seriously?
Seriously, think about it. What does a genius use? 9%, 10% max? Is there anybody that even goes to the double digits? 11%?
I don't know.
Okay, so the very rare amount of people on this planet use, let's just say 10% of their brain. Max, right? The average person, probably 6%, 7%. Could you imagine if we bumped that up a little bit to like 40%? Everything changes. If we had the capability of utilizing 40% or even 50% of our brain when the most genius person on this planet utilizes just 10%, the most genius. People are like, oh my God, how did he come up with that math problem? You know what I mean? How did he create this? How did he build that? How did he
I
generate
think
that?
they use more than 10%, and the average person uses 10%. That's
see.
my guess. But you just got to think about it. When you say you use 10% of your brain, what's the other 90% doing? Trying to figure out a way out of this mess? What? I don't know. We'll just have to see.
Well, here. When the human being has a traumatic event, lots of times during that traumatic event, your brain blocks it and you lose all memory of it.
Thank you. That's my childhood.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
For
So-
whatever reason.
right.
I have no idea.
So
honestly.
now, look at it like that now. We can't really accept or take the reality if we were able to use more of our brain. So our brain says, nope, sorry, mofo. I almost said it. Your brain says, you ain't cool. You ain't going up to that level. Okay, so let me see here. So how much of the brain do you actually use? If you've ever believed in the 10% brain myth, you might be surprised to learn that the human beings virtually every part of use virtually every part of their brain. Moreover, the course of an average day. No, that's so stupid.
He found something to dispute the 10% thing.
No, that's not right though.
Why? Because it's on the internet? It's not.
You
While
can't
you're looking for those stories,
just go your whole life and
What-
be told that we only use
I get that.
intellectual level.
But why would we have the brain up here if we're not going to utilize?
We don't deserve all of it
90%
yet.
of it.
It's on storage. It's on
Now,
backup.
don't get me wrong. I think there are parts of the brain that like hypnosis and things like that can unlock. But yeah, I have to say we're
See,
probably
now here
using-
from Psychology Today, you can't use 100% of your brain.
I don't disagree.
And that's a good thing, it says.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
That's
All right.
so weird.
Let's get on with this. I want to get to it for the break. A couple feel like they're in the movie Paranormal Activity after their security camera shows proof of the afterlife. Now, I'm gonna bring this up and we'll cut to it in a second. It's only 24 seconds long, 30 seconds long, but we'll replay it a couple of times. A terror-stricken couple claimed to be living in a real-life Paranormal Activity movie after capturing footage of what they say is a ghostly figure lurking right outside their bedroom door at night. Joey and Amy Radke of Shakopee, Minnesota, believe the figure in their hallway to be the restless spirit of a former tenant who died in their home.
You were there. You've been to Shakopee. That's where the event was at.
Oh, it was? That was Shakopee? Well, that doesn't surprise me then. After moving in 2 years ago, the pair chose to ignore warnings that the property was haunted by, quote, demonic entities and had always felt quite comfortable until last week when they looked at their security camera. The pair set up a camera to check on their pets, and the footage appears to show a spectral figure with bouffant hair clad in a nightgown. The video was taken in the hallway at night, and Joey has likened it to disturbing scenes from the 2007 horror movie Paranormal Activity. Joey, 37, says the landlord did warn he and his wife Amy that she had previously sensed a presence in the house and that another tenant claimed to have felt demonic entities watching her as she slept. The footage has prompted Joey to look through more footage, and he has since pressed their neighbors for more information about the house. However, Amy, 45 years old, has apparently been left so terrified that she refuses to speak about what the footage shows. After investigating further, sales worker Joey believes the figure could be that of an elderly lady who passed away in the house years ago and was carried out by paramedics while still wearing her nightgown.
We'll see.
So here we go. Check it out, folks. It doesn't have any sound, but if you watch right there in the circle, it comes out crouched and then poof, stands right up.
Yeah, what if you're home just chilling on the couch?
Now, you're going to see this.
Watching
and
the
then
Vikings.
We'll talk about it. There it is there.
So you saw legs.
And then clink, popped right up, moving around. And then the next video, or the next part of the video, is going to show the cats freaking out about it. Whoop. Cats are like, what the hell was that?
Oh.
Yeah. So now we're going to show it again. And this time I'm going to tell you my thoughts on it. Yeah. I think there's a video cut. I think there's a splice here.
But that don't make it wrong or fake.
It doesn't make it wrong or fake. I get that. But there's obviously a video splice. And why did they splice that? Why didn't they just leave it whole if that's what it was, right? So here we go. You can see it back in the back corner there. crawls out, and then poof, stands up. Now, when it goes too close again, you'll see it. It comes out there. Let me see if I can pause it. All right. You see it squatted down there?
That's creepy, though.
Yeah. So here now
I don't want to see nothing squatting at me, staring at me in the
here
dark.
it goes. Poof. That is a video cut, if you ask me. And look, these CCTV cameras, man, that's part of what these things do. These cameras have real crappy night vision on them, and anything that walks in front of them is ghostly. Now, that's down a dark hallway. Quite honestly, I think the video's fake, but that's just me, right?
Could be.
Most everything that we're going to get is fake unless we can tell it, this is not what it is.
I'm going to find that video where I saw these guys in a haunted house and they had a coffee can, one of those big ones, a tin, thrown at them. Folks, Abnormal Realities, we love the hell out of each and every one of you. When we come back, man, we're going to parallels, places you've never been before because you're with us tonight. Abnormal Realities. Rob Phillips, take us home. Come on, baby, come on.
We'll be back in 2 minutes, folks. Stick around. We'll be back.
At Romika Designs, we're more than just a laser engraving and specialty design company. Much more. I'm Ron Phillips, co-owner of Romika Designs, and if you can dream it, we can probably make it. We can custom laser cut and engrave on nearly all material. Great for one-of-a-kind gifts, home decor, business and specialty items, or personalized and logoed designs created just for you or your company. Allow us to become your go-to gift and specialty project partner. Romika Designs can help make your ideas a reality. We're ready to help you design and create that special gift for any occasion or engrave your personal or business logo on just about any product. View our designs at romikadesigns.com or simply email us with your ideas. We specialize in custom design and we'd be honored to have the opportunity to discuss it with you. Call us at 817-400-4040, email info@romikadesigns.com, or visit us on the web at romikadesigns.com.
Abnormal Realities.
So there was a guy right in front of our house.
Did
right
you see
across
any
the
of this
street.
happen, by the
No,
way?
I was driving home from work.
You didn't even make it home.
No, I didn't get
Okay.
home till
All right.
6:05.
Okay.
Ate lasagna and said, bro, I'm on my way.
Yep, I got you. All right.
Right across the street, they got a guy who was a crack dealer.
Okay, so
All
the
right.
cops were busting
Yep.
They busted a crack dealer across the street.
Yeah, so he gets to, now he's in our neighbor's yard. And Lisa's outside.
What was that noise?
That was my throat because I was trying not to burp.
God dang, dude.
Don't judge me, okay?
It sounded like a mouth fart.
Yeah, I couldn't pull back quick enough.
Okay. God, and it smells. What was that? Did you burp? That was like lasagna.
Garlic. Oh!
Abnormal Reality.
That was
It
like,
was!
That was like lasagna or something.
Yeah. Mama had a plate of lasagna
God,
for Dad when
nasty.
I got home. Thank you, baby.
With Ron and Rocky. 8 p.m. Eastern. Mojo 50.
Jeez. All right, go ahead.
Just a little
Rocky started laughing at me. Welcome back to Abnormal Realities, folks. I'm Ron Phillips. That is Rocky Stucci.
How you doing?
Why were you laughing at me?
Because you throw a burp down the mic.
I didn't do it. No, I wasn't on the mic.
You were next to it.
I was next to it. I was waiting on you to answer me, and it just came out because I had just taken a
Yeah, I
drink.
was like, what was that? I heard a come out of the, he throat farted. What do you call that?
throat fart.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what he did.
Yeah, so everybody in the comment section, we get it. We know, the video can't be real. It goes on to say, Joey explained, the video is like something from Paranormal Activity. When I saw it, I just thought, oh my God, I was creeped out. We took it to my brother-in-law's house to get it up on the TV, and we could make out a woman with bouffant hair like a beehive. We just gasped. It freaks my wife out. She doesn't want to talk about it.
Who said that?
Joey, the guy, the owner.
Oh,
Yeah.
So, okay. So when you said that, when Lisa and I went to, oh my God, what was the name of that place? Four Paws in St. Paul. I took a picture. Now, super skeptical, right, when it comes to cameras. I'm super skeptical when it comes to reflection, pareidolia, matrixing, the Skittle effect.
Right.
There's so much with photography that you can disprove a picture. So it's super hard to say something's authentic.
Correct.
I got a picture up in the room, the servant's room, where the lady hung herself, where there is literally a lady looking down where Lisa was standing right next to the mirror. She's looking down at Lisa, and she had that kind of hairdo.
Really?
Like
a
that.
big beehive? Yeah.
Yeah. So because if you're gonna,
You have a picture of that?
we have a picture of it.
Why you never show me?
I don't know. I'll ask Lisa.
I wanna see
I'll
it,
have
dude.
Lisa find it.
Yeah.
Because that was when, after we left there, we went to my dad's house.
Yeah.
Now, we didn't know about this picture at first. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we just thought we were just walking around the place. It was super creepy. And this was when my dad's German Shepherd, who absolutely loved and adored Lisa, would not even go up the stairs. And when it was looking at Lisa, every hair on its body was literally standing up like it was going to attack her.
Really?
Yes.
Like
Dude.
Lisa was carrying that spirit or
The
with her or
most
something?
harmless dog ever that loved and adored Lisa would not go near, wouldn't come up the stairs, wouldn't even come up to the front door.
Oh,
Dude, for real. And Lisa was down all week. Like, she was de-energized. Like, every bit of energy in her body was depleted. So something happened. And it's just weird because when we went back and looked at those pictures, we saw that picture of this lady just looking right down, like she's looking down on Lisa. And she was a taller lady and looking right down at her, perfectly looking at her. You could see the face. You can see the hair.
yeah. You got to send that picture to
I will.
me. I
I will.
want to see it. So what? Something I thought about. I was going to ask you when we were at the Hill House. He had a room that had the mirror in it. What was that? What's that called?
The seance room.
No, it was a little closet with a mirror, just a mirror, and you
Psychomanium.
psychomantium.
Yep.
Would you have done?
I've done that.
You didn't do it that night.
Not hell.
Why? Why didn't you do it that night if you've done it before?
Because I won't even go upstairs by myself. You don't do that kind of shit, Ron, in those kind of places.
Why?
Because
Why?
you're opening, you are literally like, okay,
Is that like opening the gates of hell?
no, not hell, but in that house, there's that
Is
possibility.
that like summoning the demons?
So, okay, so let's just say a lot of people believe, and I have beliefs when it comes to mirrors. I don't know what it is about mirrors. If they're recording, if they're a doorway, if they're a gateway, whatever it may be, whatever your belief is, I do believe mirrors have some kind of significant role in one form or fashion. And so if you already believe that and you go into a psychomantium, which is basically a small room with a mirror, with a little table, you put a candle on it and it's completely dark and you light the candle and you stare at your third eye in the mirror and you kind of distort your focus and you literally start seeing faces and things moving. And of course it's playing tricks with the eyes. I understand all the science to it. I really do.
Here's this. So I just looked it up. Psychomantium. It is a room set aside for communication with those who have died and are believed to have passed to the world beyond. It is specifically designed to promote an altered state of consciousness that facilitates such contact. Essential to the decor is a mirror into which the person wishing to communicate with a deceased loved one gazes. The use of the psychomantium. I just got to chill, dude.
All right, bro?
Yeah, man, that's weird because I'm sitting here thinking, you do it by candlelight, right? Or flashlight or something.
Candlelight.
Like that.
You could use a flashlight,
Yeah.
I guess.
Wishing to communicate with a deceased loved one gazes. The use of the psychomantium is traced to the ancient Mediterranean basin where its use is described in various writings and to the sleep temples of the followers of Asclepios.
Asclepios.
The modern use of the psychomantium had been advocated by Raymond Moody, a physician known for his study of the near-death experience. Moody had noted that having an apparition of a loved one who had recently died had a healing effect on many people, or it made them crap their pants. They were given a sense of peace by knowing that their loved ones were alive and in a better place. They were also, on occasion, to complete their grieving process by resolving a broken relationship that had been present at the time of the death of the other party. Wow.
Yep. I've done it with a person. I've done it with that one lady, and her face turned into like a werewolf.
Oh.
Messed me up for days. I'm
Did
not
you do
even
it by
lying.
yourself? Were you in the room
I
by
did
yourself?
it. I did it one time by myself. But your mind, like me, because I'm a
Yeah.
little sensitive.
Does it begin to play tricks?
It can. I mean, so you got to be committed.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, ancient Greeks did this, but they did it with water because obviously they have
Yeah.
mirrors. So like it just said, it goes way back for centuries. And so, yeah, you go in this little room with the candle and you
Even
just
that name is freaking weird.
psychomantium.
Yeah.
And you just go in, and again, it doesn't have to be a little room. You go into a bathroom, just put a mirror in front of you. It don't matter where you're at, right? And you just put the mirror down, the candle down, and stare at your third eye area in your reflection and blow your eyes a little bit and just keep staring at yourself and meditate. Don't just sit there and just be like, okay, what now? What now? I mean, go into a meditative state, just try to kind of level the mind and just try to balance yourself and go into it. Now, if that is an effective practice and you do manifest, right? Get past the science of things and the eyes and the lights and the reflections.
But you got to get past the shitty fear too.
There is that, right?
Ooh.
So, but let's say you can, and let's say that does work, and let's say there are entities that kind of travel too. That's like a portal to a parallel universe. Maybe because the mirror is like a gateway to a parallel. Who knows? Who knows, right? So if you go to a place like the Haunted Hill House that is saturated with darkness and bad energy, man, and bad juju and just gross stuff, and the amount of people that have gone there and been frightened, and you have that imprinted energy established on top of the supernatural stuff, you go in and you open up a gateway like that, hell no, to the no.
Hail to the no.
Hell no.
See, here's the thing, though. That there's two places in that house that we didn't go. He showed them to us, but we didn't go the night we were there.
I don't know why we didn't.
One was the poker room or the seance room.
That's where the dude always came through.
Yes. And that room is the one that had the chimney with the dungeon under it, apparently.
The dungeon.
Right? Or not the dungeon, but the basement, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then that
they don't know how to get to the basement.
Psychomantium room.
There's a basement there.
There is a basement there, but they don't know how to get to it.
They don't know how to get to it. So it's closed off somewhere, and they don't know where that. Yeah. I bet you that, like the old farmhouses, when you go to the basement, you have to go outside and open those doors.
Yeah.
I bet you that's what it was, and it just got filled. And they just closed it off.
Probably. Yeah, because that house is pretty old.
Imagine breaching that.
Oh, nope.
For
I
real.
Can't imagine. Look, the house was set up in such a way that it just freaked you out going in it.
You went first.
I did go first. And then I went while I was in there. And you left me in there.
I didn't leave you in nowhere.
He did. He did when he took me in. I had to pee really, really bad. And my freaking first thought was, hey, is there a bathroom I can go to? Yeah, let me take you to one.
I went outside.
Walked past the first bathroom, which I didn't know was there. Yeah. Took me to the suicide bathroom. Said, here's this. The sinks, the mirrors behind you. Just don't turn around. And then left me there.
He said, don't turn around.
Yeah, dude. And I'm telling you, the very first time I walked into this house, and there are so many dolls, and literally life-size or almost life-size dolls that you could stare at their face and they look real. That kind of thing.
Oh, that one upstairs with no eyeballs?
Are you kidding me?
I couldn't stop looking at her.
Nope.
Because I kept thinking I was going to see an eyeball or a blink or
the
something.
The one sitting on the horse. Yeah. The ones that scared me were the two in that room by that bathroom. Oh, you know which ones I'm talking about?
We got pictures of them.
Yeah. Oh.
I don't even want to open those pictures.
Even that nurse one back in that one bedroom didn't freak me out as bad as those two did.
Because it was the nurse you had ideas.
Well, because it was a freaking looked like something Halloween.
You wanted to tickle.
No, I didn't want to tickle nothing. Trust me. All right, what do you got?
Mary Mansfield said, maybe you should set up a psychomantium in Ron's bathroom. That
maybe
way, when you scare the crap out of yourself, the bidet is right there.
Yeah, maybe we won't do that, though. Cheers.
With his unsweetened iced tea.
Yep. In a non-logoed cup. Yes, you're welcome.
Dude, that's messed up. It's not like we don't have an overabundance of cups.
Yeah.
So this whole dream thing, I want to hit this really quick. I know we have a couple other things we wanted to hit. But shoot. It's right here. I wanted to hit this one too. Remember the witch trial one?
Yeah, go do that one.
Okay. We're going to go quick on this one because we have 8 stories up. We finally have stories to talk about. We're not getting to them. All right. Now, I saw this on Facebook a while back. I shared it to mine and Ron's little group that we share all of our show material in. And he saw it, and I'm sure some of you other people saw it, but I wanted to bring it up on the program. And it's pretty profound. Now, when you first look at it, you're seeing a picture of an accused woman being a witch during the Salem witch trials. And it says right here, one of my friends told me about a powerful lesson in her daughter's school class recently. They're learning about the Salem witch trials, and their teacher told them they were going to play a game. Now, if my teacher told me that, I had nuns. I went to a Catholic school. So if a nun told me, oh, I got a story, remind me tomorrow, Ron, about a nun and my dad.
Okay.
So she says, I'm going to come around and whisper to each of you, whether you're a witch or a regular person. Your goal is to build the largest group possible that does not have a witch in it. At the end, any group found to include a witch gets a failing grade. You already kind of know where this is going. Let me see. Failing grade. The teens dove into grilling one another. One fairly large group formed, but most of the students broke into small exclusive groups, which is kind of smart, turning away anyone they thought gave off even a hint of guilt.
Yeah.
Okay, the teacher said, you've got your groups. Time to find out which ones fail. All witches, please raise your hand. Nobody raised their hand. The kids were confused and told the teacher he messed up in the game. Did I? Well, was anyone in Salem an actual witch, or did everyone just believe what they've been told? And this is how you teach kids how easy it is to divide a community. Keep being welcome, beautiful people. Shunning, scapegoating, and dividing destroys far more than they protect. Do not allow the political elite to divide us. We must remain united. And
Obviously a political post.
Not really, but they added that at the end, and I appreciate that.
But I can understand that. And that's the thing, is that people assumed and people felt like these people were witches. I get it. Maybe they were not. You mean how many people died at the stake because they were not witches? But somebody thought they were and made a comment, right?
So what technically qualified somebody to be a witch? If you compared them to, let's say, an herbalist today.
Maybe.
Because an herbalist today would have been deemed a witch back then. I mean, if you didn't walk around with the Bible in your hand in these communities, and if you didn't live almost like...
If you didn't profess Christianity and...
all that.
Yeah,
Yep.
all of it.
And your life revolved around that, right? If you went and somehow you found like a leaf that took care of a rash and you used that leaf, that would have been considered some kind of magic, and they would have burned your ass at the stake. That's the weird thing about human beings. You know, you think about the mind, programming. I mean, this was the 1600s.
Yeah.
And you had entire communities of people so afraid of a witch that they were willing to kill a family member that they believed that family member was a witch. And to prove if you weren't a witch, when they threw you in the river with a rock on your ankle, if you floated, if you stayed sunk, you weren't a witch. And if you floated, you were a witch, or something like that. It was one or the other. But either way, you were screwed. Because in order to prove you weren't a witch, you had to die. Just to prove you weren't a witch, you know?
You know what? I did not know until just now that this is Salem Village, Massachusetts.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought it was Salem, Oregon.
No.
Yeah. No, Salem. Okay, so Massachusetts.
In 1600, I don't think there's much living
1692. Yeah.
You know, think about the population of the earth.
Yeah.
I mean, the planet, North America.
1692, a group of young girls claimed to be possessed by the devil and accused several local women of witchcraft. So, wow. I mean, look, that's probably something, you know, kids should at least understand and learn about. You know, not everybody who is said to be something is that. And I mean, it's a good.
If you were born, Ron, let's say we found an island somewhere where there's nobody but who we wanted to be there, and a child was born, and this child was raised not by any strain of fear at all.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was raised not to. We grow up and we're afraid of everything, right? I just think that's kind of, I don't know if it's natural, but that's how we are. We're afraid of everything. So if you raise somebody without that fear and the understanding of fear, but the opposite, you know, and being raised to be empowered, I'm explaining it wrong, but what would be different with a person who was raised independently, was raised with the ability to think independently with their own conclusions, not saturated by media, not saturated by telephones, not saturated by computers, but just was raised living. What would be the difference in character, do you think, if we flew them over here to Texas and brought them out with us somewhere? How do you think they would be different compared to what we see all the time? Do you think they would still be?
No,
They
it would be
nuts.
there would be a cultural divide. And that's what that is. It's a cultural divide. I mean, hell, we have cultural divides now just from people in other countries, and stuff that we think is in the U.S. that we think are morbid, disgusting practices is something that they do because that's all they know, right?
Yep.
And vice versa. I'm sure we do stupid crap over here that they look at us and go, why in the hell do you do that?
I remember at one of the places I used to work, there was a few guys there that they were immigrants, legal immigrants. And when they were eating, they were sharing from the same, it was a bowl, right? It was a bowl. And they weren't using silverware. They were just using their fingers, and they're all sharing the same, it was rice or whatever it was. And everybody was just tripping out. I'm like, really think about that, right? I mean, the way we live compared to somebody north of us or south of us or east of us or west of us, and some of these people in these tribes, we look at these people sharing food from the same bowl, and these people were mortified over this action. Mm-hmm. Mortified, right? Okay, so let's say we have a natural catastrophe, and let's say we're screwed for a few weeks until there's a major rebuild, right? Just to get water and filtration and power. How disgusting would it have been then? If you're in a situation where you didn't have refrigerated foods, you had stuff like rice, you didn't have silverware, most of your bowls were destroyed from something, would it have been that savage?
No.
It's just because we accumulate a different lifestyle and we become this selfish species to where, I mean, if you don't eat and wear what we wear and you don't walk the way we walk, and if you don't watch what we watch and you come from a different land, you're different. And that's the stupidest thing that I've ever seen in my freaking life, because these people came from nothing. And just the fact that they had a job that paid them like $16, $17 an hour was like the most most privileged opportunity they've ever had. Mm-hmm. And they thanked you every single day when they came to work. They just grew up different, right? Did that make them bad people? No. You know why? They actually had better work ethic than the same people that judged them. Just saying.
And it didn't make them witches.
And they weren't witches.
Yeah.
I mean, we could have did a test because there was a river right down the street.
Oh, my God.
Just saying.
All right, you want to talk about the events that could lead to the end of the world before we get out of here tonight?
Let me get to it. Where am I at here? Right here. So one of the reasons that can lead to the destruction of life on Earth is the development of
nanotechnology.
Thank you, Phillips.
Yeah, you're welcome.
According to representatives of the Institute for the Further of Humanity.
The future.
The future. What did I say? The furniture?
The furtherance of humanity.
Same
therefore,
thing, bro.
The future.
Everybody felt
I'm
that.
with you. Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
did. I felt it.
All right. The probability of extinction of people by the beginning of the
22nd
century is...
It was XXII. Had to help him out.
I don't know that stuff.
That's Roman numerals.
Roman numerals of the what century?
It doesn't matter.
What century is that?
22nd.
So they're saying the 22nd century, there's a 19% probability that we dead is shit.
Yeah.
We dead. We gone.
Yeah.
So nanotechnology are going to be used in the transport sector, medicine, and construction. At the same time, the development of such technologies can lead to the creation of... Say it, Ron.
What?
Weapons.
Oh, weapons.
Right. Thank you. It is likely that insect robots, speaking of, kind of robots, but they're releasing a whole bunch more mosquitoes. I don't know if you guys heard that. Yeah. Bill Gates is, go get him, buddy. Where was I at? Construction. At the same time, the development of such technologies can lead to the creation of weapons. Now, it's likely that the robots will be created on the basis of nanotechnology to destroy people. Unlike other types of weapons, they are not visible, and they will be very difficult.
So nanotechnology
counteract.
is a real thing, and people are using it as we speak now. Nanotechnology can be weaponized. These little nanobots can be roaming around in someone's body, repairing, their program
Doing good things.
to repair blood vessels and your heart and things like that. But when it comes right down to it, anything that can be weaponized will be weaponized by someone, right?
That's why humans
And so
suck.
that's why humans are always trying to tear each other down.
Yep.
Someone sees power in weaponization of something like nanobots or nanotechnology, but quite honestly, it can be used for good as well. But when these little sumbitches start reprogramming themselves, now we've got a problem.
Yep. Yeah, it's just dumb. We'll never evolve to the point, Ron. We'll never evolve to the point
Not in our life.
to where there will not be something in our DNA that'll be thirsty for power.
Correct.
It'll just never. The next one is volcano eruptions may lead to the end of the world. Scientists say that the most massive extinction of living organisms on this planet occurred in the Permian Triassic period. 90% of the inhabitants of the sea, 7% of the vertebrates, and most insects disappeared. I actually believe that was an alien attack. I'm just saying. Could have been a volcano. Next one is artificial intelligence.
AI. That's what
AI.
I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I want to see, before I die, I want to see a humanoid robot that can act and move and talk like a human.
Dude, there is, and you can actually have sex with them now, and they'll say your name screaming.
No, that's not the same.
Ron,
It's not the same.
Ron,
I'm
you're so big.
I'm watching that one. I've
You're
seen
so
it on.
girthy.
Oh my God, dude! It's a family show.
No, it
it's
ain't.
not. It's not. It's not really.
Whew.
No, AI. That's going to be one that gets us.
All right.
That's Skynet right there.
Yes,
Go
it
ahead.
is. All right. Do not forget about military conflicts that do not benefit humanity and other organisms
Thank
on
you.
this planet. All right. Nuclear weapons. Asteroid is one of them. All right. Let me see. Yeah. Okay.
You know what's scary
Asteroid.
about asteroids in the last minute and a half we got? The thing that's scary about asteroids is even though they've got you, faked out that they can spot an asteroid before it gets to us, how many of them have they had in just the last 5 years that have zipped by between the Earth and the moon or close enough to Earth that then they go, oh, crap, there's an asteroid coming by that they didn't see, right? Now, you would think an asteroid the
see
size of what would be a Earth killer you would be seen from space, but quite honestly, an asteroid doesn't have to be that big to be an Earth killer.
Mary, send me that story. Mary said, did anybody see the story about the AI that came up with more than 40,000 potential chemical weapons in only 6 hours?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. People in power will always use that kind of technology
Yep.
to get an edge up on somebody else, and
Yep.
it's screwed up.
Yep.
Abnormalrealities.com, folks. Of
.com.
course, that's where you can find our show. We're also at odysseyradio.com. We're
.com.
broadcasted live over there
Live.
on the nights that we're up.
Up.
But we are also going to be adding 4 new shows in the
4.
very near future.
Future.
Why is that not coming up?
What's that? There it is. Oh, yeah.
Got to turn that volume up or
Come on.
we won't hear it. But yeah, that's where you can find us. InsaneCustomTumblers.com, RomikaDesigns.com. Rocky.
Yes, I love you, folks. I wasn't ready for that one. Abnormalrealities.com. Get your answers over there. Check the podcast out. Look us up anywhere podcasts, your favorite podcast platform. Get your ass over there right now. Love you.
We'll see you guys tomorrow night.